Paula, thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the town of Barnstable as one of our new town councilors. You just started in December, so welcome aboard.
Thank you.
So let's start with, why did you want to run for town council?
I've been a resident of the town of Barnstable for 21 years. I served on the Housing Authority for 16 years, and I just felt it was time to really jump in and start doing things in the town that I felt was really important. I think we have a lot of issues that are before us regarding housing, wastewater, our roads, and I thought the best way to get involved is to run for office.
Wonderful. Now, Precinct 12, that's mostly in Marston's Mills, correct?
It's all in Marston's Mills.
All in Marston's Mills.
Yes, the very western edge of the town, and mostly north of 28.
Wonderful. Now, what are some of the issues you'd say are important to people that live in Precinct 12?
Roads. We have a lot of private roads in Marston's Mills, and some of those are deteriorating in quality, and I think we really need to figure out a way to bring those up so that they're as safe as all the other roads that we have in the town. I think that the wastewater issues are important to all the residents as well, and one of the issues that I'm concerned about or I'm interested in is what we're going to be doing with the closed Marston's Mills School.
Yeah, and it's been closed for quite a while, and it's been sitting for a while, so it'll be interesting to see what, I know there's been talk about different things going in there and they haven't happened, so.
Right, there's been a couple of requests for proposals to see if there could either be some use for arts or housing, and I think the time is right for us to really put some effort into repurposing that location.
Wonderful. What are some of your focuses town-wise? I mean, we talked about the important things for Precinct 12, but you also represent the town of Barnstable as a councilor. What are some of the things that you think are important town-wide? Again,
I think housing is a real critical issue. We need to have a mix that's appropriate for our current residents and also for those who our families are growing, and we want to be able to keep some of our young people in town. Our economic health is dependent on having a diverse group of people that are working and living in our community. So housing's a piece, but also making sure that we have the appropriate infrastructure for the development that's good for our community.
You're the liaison to two committees. You're liaison to the Conservation Commission and also the Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about the work of these two committees and what your job is as the liaison.
Okay. As best I can tell, my role as a liaison is to be the communication link between that committee and the town council. And the Comprehensive Financial Advisory Commission does a variety of issues. Right now, the budget is an important focus. And the meetings that they're now conducting have the capital improvement projects that are being considered to be included into this year's town budget. So there are different departments. The school committee came in last meeting to talk about their priority projects. And I believe the next meeting may be the Department of Public Works. They're always bringing many of those to the table. The committee also looks at ways that we might be able to enhance revenue for the town. They just completed a listing of properties that currently are not paying taxes because of their nonprofit status, and so they compiled a list of the value of those properties and the potential revenue that might come from some pilot agreements. Those are payments in lieu of taxes. So again, they look at a variety of issues that are concerning the finances of the town. CONCOM, or Conservation Commission, is the other committee that I sit on as a liaison, and I'll tell you, that's a busy committee.
Yes, they are.
A lot of what they do is, it starts from state regulations and in terms of trying to protect our wetlands. And so they're looking at various projects in which, many cases it's homeowners that are, near waterways, near wetlands, and, how can they, add on or modify their existing structures without endangering the wetlands. And so they look at all sorts of ways that projects can go forward, but with mitigation. and very impressed with the quality of that committee in terms of their commitment, their time commitment, and also the issues that they have to review.
Yeah, you got some pretty big committees that you're the liaison for. It's you're always going to be in the know. That's for sure. Yes. You're also helpful on the subcommittee of the zoning and regulations.
Yes, right.
Which is a subcommittee of the town council.
Right. Yes, and again, I've been to 2 meetings so far, and we've been looking at various regulations that might be modified. One that we're currently looking at and have, I think, brought up to the town council is reworking our family or our in-law apartment regulations, to giving it a little bit, making it a little bit more easy to use. And I think everyone on the committee felt that it was a little harsh in terms of how it's currently written.
Right.
And so I think it'll probably go forward with the town council.
That's interesting. Very interesting. If any of your constituents in Precinct 12 or anybody that lives in the town wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
The best way is through email, and it's on the website, but it's paulabarnstable@gmail.com. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Wonderful.
And, so I look forward to people writing in. I try to be as responsive as possible and get them information if they need it from somewhere else in town.
Wonderful. Paula, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Welcome aboard the town council.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy your work that you do here.
Great.
Thanks.
All right.
My guest today is Paula Schnepp. She is the town councilor for Precinct 12.